Attention!
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz and Roundtable Discussions where we talk about all sports all the time. Got my guys, Tooth and the Truth with me. How we doing, people?
What's up, man? What's up?
What's good? What's good?
Now, before we start, as usual, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. We want the debate, we want the chat, we want the talk, we want the controversy, we want everything. And before we get into football talk, we have to pay our respects to two people that we've lost. R.I.P. to Peggy Mitchell on EastEnders, telling you legend in her prime, kept people glued to EastEnders, carried that show for a while as well. R.I.P. to her.
Get out of my pub! With pleasure.
She lived her life, lived a good life, but unfortunately she was suffering for a long time. So hopefully she's at peace. And we also got to say R.I.P. to man like Debo, fam, from Friday. And listen, all you have to say is Debo on Friday, and everyone knows who you're talking about, right? Like he's the only black bad man that I know here that had a theme tune. Right? And it wasn't like some superhero movie. How can man, I'm sorry, I still can't get over it. How can man say to you, take your bike, and then say to you, what bike, man?
God,
man.
That black eye that he left on DJ Pooh in the film.
Tell it, bruv, man, uppercutted him into the next realm, bruv.
Knock the fuck out, man.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, but nah, man. R.I.P. to the two of them this year.
Hey, and one more, bruv. Rest in paradise, bruv. Man like Diego, bruv.
Oh, yes. We've got to last week. We didn't mention man like Diego.
Oh, man like Diego Maradona, bro. Arguably the best of all time. I know everyone has their own opinion on who that is based on how old you are and what you've seen and whatnot. But, bro, true legend of the game. He's certainly up there. Hopes and prayers go out to their families. Hope they're getting through it. This year's taken a lot of people from us.
Yeah, man.
And it's not good, but we have to look forward thinking, and hopefully that 2021 is going to be a better year for all of us, even though we know what the enemy has planned. But it's not that kind of show. We're not trying to get shut down yet. But yes, people, we are going to be talking football this day. Before we get into what we're going to talk about today, I think the Truth has some results from the predictions of last week's game.
Yeah, me and TJ done the predictions last week. See yourself how you guys done in connection with ours. In terms of the results, TJ got 6 out of the 9 Premier League results correct in terms of what way they would go. No perfect results. Me, myself, I got 2 perfect results and a further 3 correct results. So, you know what? Considering how this season is, I think that's good. 6 out of 9. You got 5 out of 9, 2 perfect results for me. I think that's decent.
It is, considering that we can't even predict what's going to happen, to be honest.
Exactly.
Like, we're hella guessing.
Exactly. So, if anyone did any better, let us know. We're going to be doing another prediction at the end of today. So, let's see how we do.
Hey, can I just jump in, bruv?
Yeah, go.
I've got 100% success rate, bruv, on my predictions, bro. UFC card, I smashed it.
This guy raked in some money last week, bro. He raked in some money on that UFC card, bro.
Not only the main card, bruv, even the prelims and the main card, bruv. Smashed it, bruv. I just want to give myself a little shout out.
If you guys want any bets, two's the man. So you may have some bets for today's predictions, innit?
I'm telling you, bro. Listen to this guy. This guy's the guru.
It's a shame we're not doing a preview UFC or a preview boxing today, but for the next shows, we'll get into some predictions, bro.
No, 100%,
But
100%.
for today, let's bring all the smoke on United and Arsenal, bro. Let's just go in, bro. Let's go in.
And we are going to start with that that result from last week, Sunday, that North London derby. We have got the truth here. He did say that he was expecting a 0-0 draw. Unfortunately, it ended in a 2-0 loss for Arsenal. First of all, in terms of the game, how would you sum up that it went, in your own honest opinion?
I felt I was back in 2007, back with Wenger and Mourinho games. It was such a typical Wenger versus Mourinho game, you know, back in history. They scored 2 goals, they shut us out. Typical game. I thought the media overreacted in terms of how the game actually went. We got caught up by Worldly by Son. Great goal. Only thing that we could have done is probably closed him down a bit more, which I'm gonna label the blame at Granit Xhaka for that one. And the second one, we got caught out chasing the game. Was a typical Mourinho type Spurs victory that he's been accustomed to. He did the exact same thing at City actually a few weeks back. So yeah, in terms of how the game went, it was a typical game for me. I did say I didn't see us winning the game just based on form alone. If our football was where it should be, I think it would have been an easy game for us, because I don't rate this Spurs team highly at all. I don't think it's sustainable, the football that they're playing. I think we're working an odd game. I don't think it's going to continue to keep on working. You can't give up. I think it was 69% possession we had.
Yeah, something like that.
Can't,
something madness.
Yeah, you can't give up that much percentage of possession all the time and get away with it. It's not sustainable in this day and age football. It was another disappointment for us, and a few questions are starting to be thrown at Arteta, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of rumblings of unsettlement in terms of him calling out certain players. I remember when Pepe got red carded, he called out Pepe. He called out Partey for walking off the field in the Spurs game. So yeah, there's a few rumblings of discontent, so to say, from fans and football fans alike.
I hear that completely. Before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome Rash, aka the Chelsea fan, to the building. How are you doing, sir?
Blue, Mr. Blue, what's going on?
I'm very well. Sorry about being late.
That's all right.
No worries, man.
We know what to expect from you. We know what to expect from you, Chelsea fans. You guys were late to everything. Late to the Premier League. late to the top 4.
He started already.
He started early. Yes. No.
Started early.
I've been taking it too much.
He knows I'm going to attack him today.
I do appreciate you jumping on, though.
Yeah, of course.
You jumping on.
Hey, Rush looks like he just came back from a Justin Bieber concert, bro.
No, but it's cold, man. I got my hat up.
It is, fam. It's freezing.
It's freezing out there.
Hey, bro, those memes you were sending today were fucking heavyweight.
It's the Reface app, isn't it? It's
bro, hey, I downloaded that shit, bro.
hey, we're recording, lads. We're recording. Come on.
But yeah, just to go back.
Edit it out.
Just to go back to Arteta.
Yeah.
The whole part. I want to talk about the Partey thing.
Yeah.
Because the guy clearly wasn't fit.
Yeah.
It looks like he got rushed back. But me personally, I thought he was the best midfielder on the pitch till he got hurt.
He always will be. He always will be.
But I'm talking about him.
I mean, he's
sides.
got.
I think TJ said himself, actually, when we were doing the preview, TJ said he was out until Christmas.
Mm.
So when I saw him, it was a shock. It was a shock to probably both of us. We were like, whoa, he's back.
But what did you think about Arteta basically saying that he should have never come off? It looks like his leg was hanging off. That's how bad it was.
Look, for me, I do not want Arteta to take a page out of Jose Mourinho's handbook in calling players out. I think he needs to I want him to play by Wenger's playbook like this. Wenger and Fergie, to an extent, never ever called his players out in public unless the situation needed to. That's a Mourinho thing. I don't like it. You don't name call, you don't think, because you start to lose respect for some of the players. And especially with Arteta, who hasn't got that respect yet from, because he hasn't been in management long. I don't think it's a good call to be name dropping players. You talk to them behind the scenes, leave us that. Wenger was a master of that, always defended his players to the death, maybe to his detriment, but I preferred that because at the end of the day, your players know that they've got your protection. So I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest.
No, I hear that completely. Rash, just to bring you in on this, obviously Maureen is a former Chelsea boss. When you watched the game with Arsenal and Spurs, did it look like a Maureen performance of like 04, 05 and 05, 06 in terms of going up, going a goal ahead, playing on the counter, and then basically 2-0, game's over?
To be honest, I mean, like, he doesn't have a different way of playing. This is the way he knows how to play best, right? When he's tried different things, when he tried to play free at the back, when he was at United, he did try different things. He got a little bit success, with the FA Cup, whatnot. And was it FA Cup?
No,
League Cup and the Europa League.
Yeah.
League Cup, sorry, yeah. League Cup and Europa League, right? Yeah, he got some success, fair enough. The only manager to do that since Fergie, so you got to give him props for that. But I think with this Tottenham team, I think they're doing well, man. I think they're not to be underestimated. I know a lot of people don't like Tottenham. Me as well. But I got to look at the facts, right? And the facts are that they beat City. They scraped a draw against us. They smashed United. But they still haven't really been tested yet. And I think like once a team starts exposing their weaknesses, where I feel like it's probably down their wings. Because if people get at Aurier, he's not the best defensive right back.
Oh, he's awful.
Yeah, of course.
If people can get at him, I reckon they can get around them. But they're doing well. I'll give it up to them. They've got the team to do well. But if anything happens to Harry Kane, they're stuffed. So, and we know he's always liable to pick up an injury.
Yeah.
Every season. So, and this season's even tougher because the games come thick and fast, and they're in Europa, so it's even tougher for them because they play the Thursday game. So, you got to look at it like that as well. And like they're still in all the cups. So yeah, I guess we'll see with Spurs. They don't have that depth. They really don't have the depth.
We shall see with Spurs. Just to bring you in on Maureen, because I know we know you're a big Maureen fan. I don't know if you've seen much of what Spurs have done at this point in the season, but obviously you being flying the flag for Maureen. Do you think, based on him being the manager that he is, he can end the drought of Spurs not winning a trophy this season?
Listen, man, I hate Spurs, bro. All right, like since my boy Mourinho has taken over, bro. I'm all about Spurs, bro. Do you know what I mean? he cut, bro, all these overrated fucking cack players like Dele Alli and Winks and all these cack, bruv. He got rid of them and he brought in man like Højbjerg, bruv. You don't know, bruv. The fucking Ndombele, bruv. Both of them are some Terminator characters. Do you get me? Regulon, bruv, my boy. Yeah, man, why not, bruv? They're top of the table at Christmas. Well, not Christmas, but you get what I mean in December. I think he's got a point to prove, bruv. He's been the villain everywhere he's gone, but everywhere he's gone, he's been successful, bruv. He's won shit.
Yeah,
he's a serial winner.
It's true. He
Everywhere
is. You can't deny that. You're not denying that. But
bruv, when he and think about it this way, yeah. People always say he's got favourable circumstances, bruv. But when he came to Chelsea first time, he was an unknown. He smashed it.
Yeah.
Then he went to Inter. A team.
He wasn't an unknown. No. He wasn't an unknown. He won the Champions League with Porto.
all right, but he wasn't. He wasn't.
He wasn't Ferguson or Wenger, you would say.
Yeah, he
He was
wasn't.
coming up. Yeah.
He wasn't an established Premier League. Like the truth said, the guy was coming up still, and we didn't know if that Champions League was a fluke or not, because they fucking played Monaco in the final. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't your traditional two big teams, AC Milan kind of shit. Like, it was just these two random unknown teams that had some Cinderella story, made it to the final. So we don't know. And bro, remember his first.
Why is AC Milan a big team?
Back then, AC Milan a royalty, mate.
Yeah.
Bro, back then, exactly as TJ said, back then you were at AC Milan, fucking Maldini, Nesta,
for me. Now, I swear down till today, I've always been a Juventus. If I was following Italy, because my man Del Piero played for Juventus, innit? So do you remember when Goal used to come on Channel 4?
Goal, Lazio!
Goal used to come on. I used to just watch it for the Del Piero highlights, bro. And Lazio. I used to like Lazio as well, but Juventus was my team, bro.
Bro, that show was deep.
In terms of two saying, look, I'm like, it's all well and good, yeah. We know about Mourinho's history. He talks about his history more than anyone. Like, he gives us history lesson every time he's in an interview. So in terms of his history, yes, of course. I think if you're judging him under Tottenham, under Spurs, you only judge them after they've won something, because we're talking for years now. We're talking that Tottenham are flipping underdogs, and they've been at the table for years now. For years, ever since they first got into the Champions League, they've been at the table. So let's start judging them as a top side, and you only judge top sides when they win something. So if he was to win something, I'll give him his props. As of yet, the jury is still out. I'm not rating him when he hasn't won anything yet. I'm sorry, I just can't.
But at the same time, like, bruv, he's not. I mean, similar to Arteta, he's not had a full season, but he's doing much better than Arteta is at the moment. But what I'm trying to say about Mourinho, just to circle back and finish my point, now when he came to Chelsea, he was still relatively unknown in terms of how good he was, and he smashed it at Chelsea. Yeah. Then he went to Inter, and we know Inter was smashing it domestically, but he won a fucking Champions League and a treble with Inter. Then he went to Real, which at the time, La Liga was just Barca. And he still fucking smashed it in La Liga. And then he came back to Chelsea at a time where Chelsea were like in this yo-yo kind of period. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
And he smashed it there again, bro. And then he went to a fucking free-fall in United, and he ended up second, bro. Do you know what I mean? Against a team that won the Premier League on the most points ever won at that time, I think. Do you know what I mean? He even got more points. Yeah, exactly. And then he even got more points than a fucking treble winning United, some shit like that. And he still won. He still won silverware, bruv. Europa League, FA Cup. Like, no matter if these trophies are not as prestigious as they were, bruv, he still bought silverware, something that United were lacking under Moyes and Van Gaal. Did Van Gaal win anything, bruv?
Yeah, no, Van Gaal won the FA Cup.
He won the FA Cup. But still, you get me. And now at Tottenham, a team where traditionally they're not given any money to spend. I think, what was it, the last 2 seasons they didn't buy no one or some shit like that.
Poch. Yeah, with Poch, yeah.
Poch. Bruv, he's come in, and that mentality of let me take control. I know what we need to win. He's brought players in, and at the same time, he's got those players playing for the fucking badge. Like, it goes back to what Ibra said. Remember when Ibra said, when we play for Mourinho, we're willing to kill someone. Do you know what I mean? Some shit like that. Bruv, you can see that in this Spurs team, bruv. They're not that Spurs, like the Spurs team that were playing under Poch were a very good team.
Yeah.
But they didn't have that, like, Harry Kane would never play central defensive midfield, bruv. Do you get what I mean? It's one of them ones. Mourinho's got... But is it sustainable, though? Is it sustainable? Can this be sustained throughout the whole season? I mean, so far, like you said, judging, I mean, they're sitting top of the table, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And it's December. So, I mean, you might rule them out for winning a Premier League, But I think Leicester was top of the table.
I don't rule anyone out for winning the Premier League no more. I don't take that risk no more.
That's me, bro. If Leicester can do it and they were in this position,
exactly. Anyone can. I don't rule that out. I just don't want them to, basically.
I like Tutu's assessment of that, and everything he said, I cannot deny. It is true, and as I said, I think I said it last week. I was like, in terms of the fact that Mourinho needed a club, it's in London, and Spurs need a trophy. It just looks like the perfect fit because they both solve each other's problems. But circling back to Arsenal, and obviously the big thing of Mikel Arteta, Michael Pulis, Michael Wenger is what he's being called. It's just what he's being called by other people. Before we start bantering him, Truth, I just want to ask you, how long has he got? Realistically, I know you're a person that wants to give him time, but we've seen on other fan channels they're trying to put out T-shirts and they want him out. How long realistically does he have, considering the fact that it's not only the fact that you lot are conceding goals, but this is the first time you can ever say, like, I think two, obviously Newcastle fan, Rash Chelsea fan, but this is the first time all three of us can say as neutrals that Arsenal aren't even scoring goals. And that's something you never think that you would see. So realistically, how much time has he got?
Will you share, Tooth?
This guy. Truth.
Whole season. He's got the whole season to work it out. As I said, in the preview that we made at the start, I haven't changed my stance. I expected more. I'm disappointed not to have got more from this season, since I do think we have a top 4 squad. But that being said, there are certain parameters this season has brought about that may have impacted his ability to get the most out of this squad. First of all, he hasn't had pre-season. He hasn't had a proper pre-season. As a new manager starting off, especially him in his new management, you need a pre-season. So you work out what formations are possible. You work out what your players are made out of. It's very important for a new manager like Arteta. These older managers like, Mourinho, Moyes, etc., they've already been through all of this, so they know what to do coming into a club at this situation. For a new manager like Mikel, you do have to work out what your formation is. And I think he's learning on the job at the moment, which is impacting how we are playing football. The reason I want to give him time is because I know he thinks like a super coach. You can tell at the way he adjusts his formations, he adjusts his games. He thinks like the current super coaches, the Nagelsmanns, the Tuchels of the world. He's thinking along that level, but he just needs to have that time to put it properly into practice. Also, there's the whole, transfer stuff that we need to do. We need to get his players in. We've got too much dead wood at the club now that needs to go. Too much dead wood that needs to come. I'm talking your Xhakas, Mustafis, Kolasinac. Got too many players that you look on the bench and like, I don't really want to bring these guys on. So as I said, I've got for me the whole season. Give him the whole season, whatever happens. Obviously, if you get relegated, then he has to go in it. If you get relegated, he has to go. Even Laka. He has to go. But otherwise, for me, whole season. All these other fan channels, fans are so fickle nowadays. I guarantee you, if we go on a run, 10 games unbeaten, everyone will start changing their mind again.
Something better than a 10.
I'm a guy that sees the entire picture in it. As a young coach myself, I can't be saying get rid of Arteta after how long? Less than a year in charge. Doesn't make sense for me. Yeah, as a young coach, I want to see coaches given the chances, especially a coach like Arteta. Even someone like Frank Lampard. I remember at the start of the season when he wasn't doing it, I wanted him to get time. I don't want to see because I think Lampard's actually quite smart. So I think it's good that these young coaches are given time. I don't think you sack them in midway through a season. Give them the chance to develop, give them a chance to become good managers.
I get your point, and I hear that. I think some Arsenal fans will say that they haven't got time because of how bad things have been since the Wenger days. Not me, I couldn't care less, mate. But I'm just saying. But some Arsenal fans are saying we've been waiting long enough, and we need to see something. Rash, do you think that Arteta is out of his depth when it comes to managing Arsenal Football Club?
I mean, like, I don't think he's out of his depth because he's proved by winning the FA Cup, right? So I feel like there needs to be some sort of shift. I don't think there's many leaders at the club. I mean, like, since Mertesacker gone, no one's really kind of taken charge. I mean, Xhaka said that shit last year, which everyone forgot about. I can't remember what he said in that interview. But like all this stuff, and like players just underperforming, and like I just don't get it. I don't get what's going on. I mean, like, they won the FA Cup, right? And they won the Community Shield, and you thought, all right, look, they're a team, man. And like that FA Cup team that drew with Liverpool, they won on penalties, right? They drew on penalties.
The Charity Shield.
Yeah.
We drew one on penalties, yeah.
Yeah, so like that same 11, why wasn't that same 11 just a blueprint to work from? Why wasn't that same 11 shipped out every single week after that game? Yeah, doesn't matter. And then from there you work down. So if that fails, then you try and fix it and then do something else.
I agree. I fully agree.
I don't know why, fully agree. But
he's got loads of questions to answer, but he has to answer them, innit? It's not a thing where you get rid of it and get someone else new in. I don't think that's a go-to area at all.
But who is it? There's no one out there. Who's out there?
Exactly.
Well, I've heard rumors.
Yeah.
I mean, two spaces.
Sorry.
No, apparently. Well, sorry. I think sorry was banter. But there is talk of Allegri, and Allegri is the man being called to. I see you shaking your head. Why are you saying yes to Allegri?
Bruv, they've got fucking Mike L. Arteta, bruv. This guy ain't even a fucking pubic hair on Allegri's ballsack. Do you get me? Fucking Allegri, bruv.
So what, Allegri's gonna come in and not talk English like Emery? You're gonna see a freaking another good evening guy come in and then what? The players don't understand what he's doing.
Hey, when Arsene came in, he couldn't speak English either.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
Wenger was a master of language, bruv. This guy learned English in his time from all over. This guy was a master of languages.
Bruv, he was a professor.
Exactly. Yeah, trust me, man.
It wasn't great though. It wasn't great.
No, his English was very good when it came in, considering the guy was well travelled.
Hey, who gives a fuck if he can speak English or not, bruv? He's gonna win shit with bruv.
What was the thing about Emery? What was the thing about Emery? He couldn't speak English. The players couldn't relate.
Bruv, who the fuck is Emery to Allegri?
What happened to Sarri? What happened to Sarri?
Bruv, who the fuck is Sarri to Allegri, bruv?
Exactly. Look at the facts. Look at the club that he's going to.
Sarri got Champions League football and won the Europa League.
But look at the club he's going to. We're going to a club with a way huge problems than Chelsea had. Yeah, you're acting like he's Allegri's coming into flipping United or coming into Chelsea. He's coming into a club that would be 15th. Got players like Xhaka, Mustafi, Kolasinac. You know, he's got dead wood at the club, man. People like Allegri, they go to the top clubs, not to a club like Arsenal that are struggling. Come on, man.
Yeah, I agree, but still, to say that...
For what? So what's the point of him coming in then?
Because he's better than the manager you have now, by head and shoulders.
To a top club, not to a club struggling.
The manager you have now hasn't even fucking coached a Sunday League team. He was putting out cones at the last club he was at, and he's gone in straight to becoming head coach or head manager, whatever the fuck you want to call him, at Arsenal.
And has he won a trophy?
And we're talking about Allegri, who's won Serie A.
What? But who's the leg we won with? Who's the leg we won with?
Has he won though? Has he won? That's
Who has he won with? That's the most important thing.
But you answered the question yourself. He's won.
But who has he won with? Winning with Arsenal is different than being a top club in Italy and winning with Italy.
I don't care who he's won with. That's not the point I'm making.
I swear Ole Gunnar Solskjaer won flipping the Norwegian First Division. It matters who you won with, fam. It matters who you won with.
Now you're taking the piss, bro. Now you're taking the piss because who gives a fuck about Norway? Who gives a fuck about Norway?
Who gives a crap about Allegri winning with Juventus? Yes, he won with AC Milan in 2010, which was a good achievement. But for me,
hold on. All right, no, so keep going. What else did he win? Just keep going. Tell me what else he won.
That's the only thing that I rate. That's the only thing that I rate.
I don't care about what you rate. I'm talking about what has he won, just objectively. What has he won? Nothing
to shout about. Nothing to shout about.
He's won more than Arteta has, hasn't he? He has. Whether you like it or not. He's won more than Arteta has. So if Arteta's qualified for the job and you're giving him or you're defending him or you're giving him a shot at the job, bruv, Allegri is overqualified.
First of all, let me explain. Allegri does not want to come to an Arsenal because he will be required to do something that he hasn't done before, and that is manage a struggling squad. That's something that he doesn't want to do. That's why he wants the United job. He doesn't want the Arsenal job. It's too much for him. A lot of managers do not want the challenge of getting a struggling team out of this position that they're in. Someone like Allegri, he's only got like Mourinho. I actually rate Mourinho for taking that Tottenham job because that Tottenham job was a challenge. Going in there at that time, that was a challenge. So ratings for Mourinho for that. But Allegri don't want that on his resume.
Your own question, bro. You just answered your own question.
But I'm saying Allegri doesn't want that on his resume. Why do I want a guy that doesn't want to be there?
Who would have thought Mourinho wanted Spurs on his resume? Given the fact, like you just answered your own question, so I can't. I'm just trying to point out to you that
Mourinho had nowhere else to go. He had nowhere else to go. He didn't want to go back to Spain. Ramos didn't want him back to Spain. He wasn't going back to Italy yet. Nowhere else in England wanted him. There was only one place to go, and that was to Tottenham.
Bruv, it doesn't matter. He still took the job. Knowing that if he flopped at Spurs, his head will be on a platter if it already wasn't. But he still took the job. And that's what I mean. You can't make that claim that Allegri doesn't want to go Arsenal, Allegri doesn't want to go here, there. But then in the same breath, you're saying you rate Mourinho for doing that because you understand the pressure he was under. Bro, these guys are serial winners. That's what sets them apart from people like Mike L, who used to.
So you believe that Allegri wants to come to a job like Arsenal?
I'm not saying, bro. I don't know Allegri. I don't know no one that knows Allegri, so I can't tell you what he wants or what he doesn't want. What I'm saying is the guy has won more things than Mike L. Arteta has. All right. The guy has more respect as a manager than Mike L. Arteta will ever have, bro. Yeah? The guy has managed world-class players at AC Milan and at Juventus, bro. Yeah? This guy can walk into any fucking football club he wants to. He can walk into any football club. And I'm not even talking about Arsenal levels, bro, because that's way below his level. I'm talking about he could walk into a PSG job.
That's what I'm saying, though. That is his level. That is his level.
So I'm sure in this world of football now where money talks, and if Mourinho is going to fucking Spurs and if Ancelotti is going to Everton, it's not in your wildest dreams to expect Allegri might not come to Arsenal, given that those situations have occurred. Do you get what I mean?
We do not have that. First of all, we don't even have that money to even pay Allegri. Allegri is a dream, and it's just
then sell half the shit, half the squad, which is shit. Do you know what I mean? You need to get rid of someone, bro. You need to get rid of everyone on that team. Do you know what I mean? Quite frankly, you need to get rid of everyone on that team. Bring Allegri in, and bro, you might win a fucking you might win an Intertoto Cup or something.
Get into Toto.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, listen. I love that. I love the banter. I love it. But no, there was points in that. Tu's got a point, and I think the biggest point he brought up was at the end to kind of verify his point, and the whole fact of saying Ancelotti at Everton. No one,
though.
But no one would have said that. Do you know what I mean? No one would have said that, and I get what you're saying, Truth, in the fact that obviously the owners that you've got. But it's still Arsenal Football Club at the end of the day. It's still a name. I know there's so much wrong at the club at the moment. But at the same time...
How the fuck is Chang Football Club but getting fucking Ancelotti as a manager, bruv?
Because of the money. Do you know their owners? Do you know the owners that Everton have?
I do know, bruv. They're fucking Iranian like I am, bruv. But I'm telling you, this is Chang Football Club, bruv. This is not the Invincibles Arsenal like legacy with Thierry Wenger.
Don't get us cancelled before we even started, fam.
That's me, bro. This is talking about Chang Football Club, bro.
This guy, man.
The boys used to manage is now being managed by fucking Ancelotti, bro.
My fact remains. I'm sorry. I don't think Allegri, first of all, wants to come to Arsenal. Secondly, I do not think there would be a difference if Allegri was to come to Arsenal.
You don't think that, bro? You don't think if Allegri in the ideal world? Exactly. Hey, TJ, help me out here, bro. I need your input on this one. Let's say if this was some parallel universe,
yeah,
and the board kicked out Mikel Arteta, bruv, yeah, and they got Allegri in, bruv. What do you think they'll be better off? Arsenal will be better off, will be worse off, or will be the same?
You're asking everyone, or
everyone can have a.
I think we'll be the same.
Man, that is crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Do you think Allegri coming in would make Arsenal the same? Would it make them better or would it make them worse? This guy, man.
To be honest, I repped this when they did the Arteta signing, so I'm a bit lost when it comes to him because, like I said, right, like they started off the season so well. And it's like, why didn't they just stick to that formation? Why did they have to start changing it all up and shit? I don't know. I mean, like, everyone goes through a bad patch. We've seen it. I can only hope they drop Laka, Aubameyang in the middle, go and lick Ozil's dick and tell him to come back in and save them, basically.
We see that Rashid's Ozil in, bro. Look, me personally, I personally would give Arteta time.
Bringing Ozil back in will sort it out one time.
It will bringing Ozil back in will solve one problem, but I think we all know here that Ozil not being in is not a footballing reason. Yeah. It's for political reasons why Ozil's not in the team.
Yeah.
Personally, I want to give Arteta time purely because of what I've seen, but at the same time, he's under a lot of pressure because I think the biggest thing for me is that Arsenal not scoring goals is a massive problem.
It is.
Because it's a massive problem. If Allegri came in, would he change things? To a certain extent, but there's not going to be any miracles because the team is in such bad shape. But I think he'd have the experience of managing, not the experience in the Premier League, but the experience of managing to coach his way out of this rut, whereas we don't know if Arteta has that because he's never done it before. But I'm not on for sacking a manager, especially after he's won you a trophy so soon after. I think give him time, but I do believe, like, whereas before I was like, give Arteta until next season and then I judge him. If this form continues, boy, I don't know what you lot are going to do, to be honest, because that can't be sustained. You lot are 15th in the league. And
that's what I said. Anything above relegation I can tell you, if we get relegated, then I'll have to go in there myself and start managing the team. You get me? So, but yeah, no, give him the season. Give him the season. Let him work it out, man.
Bruv, give it. I've said this plenty times before, bruv. Give him an Alan Pardew contract, bruv. Give Arteta 8 years. I'm loving this shit show, bruv. I'm like, I hope it continues for as long as.
It's only enjoyable because, as I said, fans want instant success. That's all fans want. Fans want a manager to go in there and win them the treble, win them the quadruple. That's not me, man. I've never been that kind of person. I know football comes in cycle. If I was born in the 70s and I had to go through Liverpool throughout the whole of the from 1990 all the way to 2020, I could go through whatever Arsenal's going through. I'm sorry. And Liverpool were the most successful club in the world. So it's not a thing where I want instant success. That's never been me. I've been through lack of success, man. It's nothing to me.
Listen, man, TJ, I know TJ's being all politically correct, but I think he also has this ulterior motive where he wants Arteta to stay as long as possible because it will make his boy Ole look good.
Wait, but as a Newcastle fan, surely more than anyone else, you can understand lack of success, though. You can understand trial and tribulations. Bro, you haven't won a trophy since 1969, fam. You weren't even born in the last time Newcastle won a trophy. So surely your patience as a Newcastle fan, you can understand that.
Listen, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. We won the fucking championship, all right? Back to
the championship.
Hey, listen, bro, we won the Intertoto that time. All right? Facts straight, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking about. I mean, any trophy.
On a serious note, yeah. On a serious note, I get all that shit. Trust me, I get it, and I get what you mean. Like you even brought up a prime example of Liverpool, and I rate that because there's nothing I could say to that, quite frankly. That 70s, 80s they were killing it, 90s to 2000s, complete shit. 2000s to 2020 they were cack, but. At the same time, that period of football was different to the period of football now, bro. Back then, I think you were given the luxury of time. Like, what was it? Alex Ferguson didn't win shit in his first year
5 years.
or 2 years. Or
5 years.
Yeah, do you get what I mean?
I hear that.
They were given that luxury of time, bro. Now, we're living in an age of instant gratification, bro.
I know.
Bruv, real talk. Football aside, bruv, yeah?
Yeah, I know, I understand.
Bruv, football aside, bruv, I just joined up on one of these dating app shits, bruv. Yeah? Bruv, the first 4 fucking messages were about marriage. I was like, bitch, what the fuck are you on? What the fuck? I don't even know your name. And you're talking about marriage. You get me? And bruv, so, hey, trust me, brother. That's what I mean, bro. People and brother, these bitches are that crazy, bro. You best believe that the facts are fucking worse. So that's the point I'm trying to make, bro. Back then, when you had to take a fucking girl out, you had to figure out what days were her periods. You had to know what fucking chocolate. What is this? Do you know what I mean, bro? Now it's beyond that, bro. Now it's like, listen, are you ready to get married by June 2021? my fucking biological timing is running out here.
Man.
So that's what I mean, bruv. It's the same with football, bruv. They like fans want that instant gratification, bruv.
I know. I hear that.
You know what I mean? There's no luxury of time, bruv. There's literally no luxury of time. The moment shit starts falling apart.
I know. I think 2020 started to scare people. They're like, I want to see Arsenal win something before I die. People are like, oh man, I need to see Arsenal win something before I get COVID.
Oh man, you got to love 2 people. You got to love 2. Them analogies that he comes out with are top class. We are gonna move on though. We are going to move on. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed that. We are going to move on to what's happened over the past week. look forward to
You see,
the Manchester derby, which is happening
Game.
Saturday.
his voice changed.
But yeah,
Hey, TJ, would you take Allegri at United?
yeah. That's originally who I wanted after Mourinho.
Just.
I think Allegri would be good at United. I think Allegri at United would be good because, first of all, I swear he managed Pogba in it. Yeah, he managed Pogba in that time. So, you know, he'd be good at United. United are a big club. The players will automatically have that respect for him. And United do have world-class players there. We only got like a handful of world-class players. So, definitely. Yeah, but go on.
Yeah. As we all know, United are out of the Champions League.
Welcome to Thursday nights, my friend.
back to Thursday night football. Back to no date nights. No COVID virtual reality date nights. United will be back on Channel 5 playing Europa League football after their 3-0 loss. It's going to be 3-0. It wasn't 3-2 because it wasn't a penalty and it was handball. And it was handball, so it was 3-0 to Leipzig. And they've got the Manchester derby coming up. So yeah, when you're already in it.
Now, I ask you a serious question as you being a Man United fan.
Mm.
What are your real thoughts on Paul Pogba?
No, he's world class. I love him. The guy, listen, I get what people are saying. The guy's been there for 4 years, and as far as the fans the dumb United fans are concerned, they've said he's done nothing. In them 4 years, he's played with one world-class centre midfielder next to him. He's played with one consistent world-class centre forward in front of him in his time. He's played with what? Can you even say he's played with a winger in his time? A world-class winger in his time? I don't think you can.
Nope.
In terms of centre-backs, say the best centre-back he's played with is no longer at the club. He's gone to Roma. So I don't know what fans expected. And in the time that he's been at United, he's played in his proper position for about 6 weeks. And in them 6 weeks, for the whole season, he was United's top goal scorer and top assister. So in 4 years and 6 weeks, he's played his proper position. All the other times he's been playing as a CDM, and everyone knows that he's not that. So as much as people want to say, oh yeah, Pogba's done nothing, you try and do something with that United team. You try and do something. Because everyone's talking about Bruno. Where was Bruno against Leipzig on Wednesday? Where was he? Someone answer the question. Where was he? Where was he? And when did he get that penalty? After Pogba and Donny came on. After Pogba and Donny came on.
Was it Pogba's ball that put in Greenwood?
Yep, it was.
Well, I think it was Pogba's.
Well, that's my point. My point is that everyone wants to get onto Pogba and say he hasn't done this, he hasn't done that. We're no longer in an era where one player, can carry a team, right, and win stuff. Like them days are long gone in football. It's all about systems, and it's all about having the right players around you. And you tell me, Rash, what's his name? Havertz. Tell me what Havertz would have done if he had McMayonnaise and Pereira next to him in midfield.
Oh, no. No.
Please do tell me.
You
Do tell me. Right. Two. If St. Maxi and Almiron had McMayonnaise, Pereira, Lingard, friggin' Brandon Williams, the fridge on toes at centre back, Phil Jones, all these dead ballers around him. Would you, St. Maxi would have to run from the goal kick to try and do something for Newcastle, bruv. So as much as fans are like, oh yeah, he's done nothing, which he hasn't. And don't get me wrong, he hasn't set the world alight. But Pogba's not that midfielder. Everyone wanted him to be that because of his price tag. Pogba fits into a system and he can shine on the occasions. But as we can see, when you play him further forward, he plays the passes that put other people into the game. His goal scoring record isn't the best for all the attributes that he has. I can hold my hands up and say that.
No, that's not his fault.
It's not his fault. But at the same time, I'm just like, bro, there's only so much you can do. The one time he had a world-class centre forward in front of him, they won 2 trophies. And that was Zlatan. And Zlatan was the man that season. But Zlatan enjoyed... When you have great players around you, you flourish.
Yeah.
But when you got dead ballers around you, there's only so much you can do. And I think the short-term effect that Bruno has had on the team is what's gassing people up. But when Pogba leaves, which I hope he does at the end of the season, and then goes and absolutely rips it wherever else he goes, and Bruno's looking around... and man seeing McMahon standing behind him, bruv. Like, I want to see how long Bruno's going to stay when he sees that he's playing Europa League football next season because they won't get rid of Schmeichel from the management position. Like, someone please do tell... Sorry. So, but to answer your question, Rash, Pogba's world-class. As far as I'm concerned. But at the same time, I'm not blind to the fact that I can see why fans are upset with him. I can see why on the outside looking in, people don't rate him like that because I think they expected too much from him. But at the same time, when you ain't got the players around you, would you expect? Because I'm being realistic. Truth, Arsenal, Rashford, Chelsea, to Newcastle. Which one of you wouldn't have him in your team if he was available?
I'll take him any day of the week.
Yeah, for real.
Of course you would.
With his attitude, man, because he seems so disinterested, and then his manager is that slimy fucking greaseball, isn't it? I find it so harsh.
Raiola, bro. I find it so harsh the way people talk about Pogba though, in terms, and it's the same way people talk about Özil, in terms of these guys are system players, and they say stuff like, look disinterested because he's not running around snapping into challenges like these flipping Jordan Hendersons, these headless chicken English players. Look, foreign players don't do it. You don't see Kevin De Bruyne doing that, running around snapping the challenge. I never saw David Silva doing this stuff. It's about playing smart. These foreign players learn to play far. Look at Donny van der Beek is a done. But Ole's not playing him because he's not going around snapping into challenges and running his head off like a headless chicken, and he paid for it, to be honest. But we get into that later. But someone like Paul Pogba, he is a system player. It's funny how Bruno came straight into the side and he's stayed at that number 10 role, that free role. He's given free reign. Pogba has to play CDM for some reason, or play that quarterback position, when that's not his role. That's never been his role. Like, he needs that free role. You don't lock him down to be a defensive player. Same way you don't do Bruno Fernandes to be a defensive player. Have them up there, give them the free role. Whatever defensive work that they could do, you accept it. Otherwise, you play them for their creativity.
And that hits the nail on the head. That hits the nail on the head about it. Like, you play them for the creativity because they're creative players. They want to go out there and express themselves. Pogba at France. Now, this is why systems work and having the right players around. The reason why Pogba at France is different from Pogba at United is because Pogba's playing with Kante and Matuidi that are going to do his running for him. So he's just basically like, well, then I can do whatever I want. But then at the same time, people got to remember, he's got Griezmann, Mbappe, and whoever else in front of him. So he knows when he gets that ball, he can play the passes that he wants to play. And he can play that disciplined role. Because it's like, I'm going to be playing centre midfield, but I know if it breaks down, I've got Kante and I've got Matuidi, but I know also in front of me, I've got Mbappe, I've got Griezmann, I've got Ousmane Dembele, I've got Thomas Lemar, I've got Martial. Do you know what I mean? So it makes it so much easier when you've got better players around you. But when you got Deadwood, what are you going to do? But like, I hope he leaves and I hope he goes and flourishes elsewhere, bruv. So like, these dumb United fans I hope he leaves, he flourishes. When Poch comes in and we get back to the Champions League, I think it's the one time where whatever team Pogba's on and we play them, I want Pogba to absolutely piss all over our team. just to prove a point to these dumb United fans that don't know nothing about football, just passion merchants, just want 10 Jordan Hendersons running around, bruv, with no quality whatsoever. Some donkey football, bruv. Gets on my nerves, man.
10 Jordan Hendersons. Let's go to that result midweek. Last week we discussed about a very important week for United. They escaped the West Ham game where they were awful for 75 minutes, but they got away with it. And I mean awful. I think Gary Neville was pulling whatever was left of his hair out in that game because United were that bad. They were so bad, but they got away with one. But how many times can you guys keep going down a goal and trying to come back? And I think at Leipzig, it caught up with you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on, first of all, the formation that Ole put out, the personnel, and the tactic that he went out there. I think someone said 7 defensive-minded players.
Bro, how do you play against 7 defensive-minded players and go 2-0 down in 10 minutes? Someone please tell me, how do you play 7 defensive players and go 2-0 down in 10 minutes and not blame the manager? Bro, we needed... No. And I'm off this. We needed 1 point from 2 games. Bro, you went and lost to Istanbul Wi-Fi password. The biggest strength password for your Hotmail account, bruv. That's who you went and lost to, yeah? Like with foolishness, bruv. Because you win that game, we're in the Champions League knockout stages.
Yeah.
Because we knew... Yeah, you go and start the group so well by beating a PSG team who are still piss poor. I don't care what anyone says, they're still piss poor. And then you beat a Leipzig team and absolutely smoke them. And then you go to Turkey and then you go and lose and then you go and win. And then obviously the PSG game, they were in it, but Fred goes and gets sent off. Poor man management from Ole because people could see a mile off that something was going to happen with Fred and he should have been substituted. Then you play RB Leipzig and you see what happens when you have a proper coach, yeah? They analyze the game that you've played before in it, and then they make the adjustments accordingly. Yeah. Solskjaer's gone out there and basically said, we are going to be negative and try and hold on for a draw, right? And it's just so bad. Like, how do you play 7 defensive players and go 2-0 down? And I know Wan-Bissaka is going to apparently get a lot of the blame, bruv, but I think he was hung out to dry on both occasions purely because people weren't doing their jobs. Like, Lindelof is supposed to be that right-sided centre-back. So when the fullback, the fullback is overlapping, surely if you tell Wan-Bissaka, shift out so I can deal with the man that's on the inside. Nope. Yeah. Angelino puts that ball in 1-0. Cool. Oh, no, the scores the goal, 1-0, cool. Yeah. Second goal, same thing happens again, except Fat Shaw has all of a sudden found himself in centre midfield, leaves Telles exposed 2-on-1 at the back stick, and then they go 2-0 up. Then the manager, right, takes off Telles, right, brings on Brandon Williams, takes off Wan-Bissaka, brings on Fosu Mensah, bro. Am I a dickhead, fam? You're 2-0 down, bruv. You're 2-0 down. And you turn and you say, you know what, yeah? You know what we need, bruv? We need the fakest Dutchman there's ever been in history, bruv, with no technical ability. Then we bring on Fosu Mensah and Brandon Williams and see what won. Even though Fat Shaw's been injured for however long, bruv. Like, it makes no sense. Everything about it was dumb. And then you bring on Pogba and Donny, and the game changes. And the game absolutely changes. And the fact that you went so negative, like, the thing is, everyone sees playing 5 at the back is negative, but it doesn't have to be. If you got 5 men across the back, why do you then need 2 CDMs? You play 1, and then you can play Pogba and Bruno. And then remember, we had no striker because Rashford's not a striker, and Mason's learning that role. He's learning that role. Don't get me wrong, he's the best finisher we've got. Him and Martial are the 2 best finishers we've got, but he's still learning that role. And bruv, you don't need to be so negative. You can play at 5 at the back, and then play the one CDM and then tell everyone else, go and express yourself. Because the one thing we knew about Leipzig is that they like the high press, but like at the same time, they can be exposed. I know they got the 3-3 draw against Bayern, but bruv, listen to me. This is the same Leipzig, yeah, that didn't even have whatever his name is, bruv.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He didn't even play.
I know.
Yeah, so they're weakened. I know, Truth, you got your doubts about him, but they're weakened just for that. And the fact of the matter is, when we did go in attack, what happened? Even though we didn't deserve it, we got 2 goals.
Hey,
so
CJ,
why be... Yo.
CJ, what's my man's name again? What's the Leipzig defender's name, bro?
We're gonna call him you, bruv. We're gonna call him you. That's his name, you, bruv. But nah, man, it was a shambles, and it's just annoying that out of the Champions League, that's what, 100 mil lost now. Surely something's got to be done now, bruv. Surely something's got to be done.
I said I was coming on here
I think the best course of action for United. Best course of action for United is to give Ole that Pardew contract, 8-year contract. You get me? Keep him on board, bro.
Look, I have to keep the same energy with Arteta. You know, if I'm saying Arteta has to remain, then I have to say Ole. I have to say Ole. Is there any saving grace in terms of what he has done? He has settled the side. The team seems to be united, apart from Pogba, who is apparently going to go in January. Is there no saving grace? Is there not give him the rest of the season, see if he could get top 4 again, see if he could win a trophy, and then replace him? Because, as I've said, Ole is not the man to take you guys to the promised land, but he's the guy
man, the guy won a fucking Norwegian Premier League, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's not going to take you to the promised land, but he will get you on the boat. And
no, he won't.
Is that good enough this season?
That boat will be the Titanic, bruv. It's already the Titanic, bruv. It's a sinking ship, bruv. Like, don't give me that nonsense. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, don't get me wrong. When he came in, right, even I wasn't gassed. Because I'm just like, even I said, yeah, when everyone was like, give him the contract, I was like, wait till the end of the season. Don't give it to him now. You went and gave it to him, and what happened? We capitulated. Right? This guy's been managing 11 years, bruv. Same amount of time as Pep, bruv. And his biggest claim to fame is being relegated by Cardiff, bruv. That's his biggest claim to fame. In 11 years, he's got managed. Arteta's different. Arteta's only just started managing. Ole's been managing for 11 years. And all to this day, no one can tell me what this man can do. Now, the one thing where I will give credit where credit's due, as I said, I've said on previous things, he got rid of some of the dead wood, and the players that he brought in look settled, and the team has looks better than what it was when he came in. That's it. Yeah. You've done your role. Listen, at the end of the day, like, bruv, it's just like being, it's just like being a side man, bruv. Like, you're there for the gal whenever she needs you, but then when she says it's time to go, bro. So be a side man and piss off, bruv. Like, you're dead, you're done, bruv. You're absolutely done. And the thing that annoys me, is that every time this man is gonna go, like, one of the players just does something to save him. And to be fair, it does show you the players like him, innit? The players like him, they get on with him because he's like that creepy granddad that you've got, bruv. Like, he just puts his arm around you and makes you feel good. You get me? But that time is done now. Like, you're dead food, bruv. You've been dead from the longest time. I've been saying that he needs to go. Like, go away now, bruv. Like, you're just here. Like you know, bruv, you know them girls that are just around you for ages, bruv. You dump them, but they're still there, belling off your phone, bruv. That's Ole, bruv. You just won't leave. Like, if you love the club so much, yeah, like, you say it to a girl, if you love me so much, just leave me alone, innit? Like, if you love me so much, leave me alone, innit? Right, that's what Ole needs to do. If you love the club, then go, bruv. Let Poch come in and do his thing and take us to the next level. You've done what you needed to do, bruv. Class is over, bruv. In my head, like, my head is saying the board are going to keep him until the end of the season because he's a yes man. He doesn't cause them any problems. He's not going to go in there and demand all these players and like the board are just happy is what is. That's what my head says. My heart says Saturday against City, if we get absolutely raped, bro, I think 3-0 or more, Ollie's done. Ollie's done. Because that's the whole thing is you cost the club 100 mil by going out of the Champions League, and then you go and get embarrassed by Man City. He can't survive. He can't survive. But knowing Man United and these players, they'll go and beat City 2-1 tomorrow, and then he'll still be there, just festering like chlamydia, bruv. Just there for no reason.
I've decided to stop going against United because of this one fact. Every time I think he's on the door, he's about to step off, man says, I forgot my keys. You're that person that's about, you're about to leave your house and say, I forgot this, I forgot that. That is Ole. He's just about to leave the house. Oh man, I need to go get my keys. Just about to say, I forgot my bank card. That's Ole. So I've stopped going against United. I actually think they're gonna pull off something against City because this City team isn't the best. I think they're open to the counter attack.
I agree.
Martial is back for this game, which is perfect. You guys got your front three that you want. I think King Dan James will come in on that right-hand side, just like last season. And I think you guys may get a result because it always happens. It always happens.
I think. Do you know what?
Said King Dan James.
Listen, Rav. If Ollie doesn't want to get killed, Rav,
they're playing Dan James like Ji-Sung Park, mate. They're like the 3-game wonder.
Rav,
that's what they're trying to make him into, man.
Rav, if Ollie plays Sonic the Hedgehog, he's done. He's done out here, Rav.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's done out here, but any other time I would agree with you, but I think this is different, bro. Pep can't afford to lose to United 3 games in a row in the league. He can't. He can't afford to, because bruv, that's not on. I think any other time I would agree with you, but I think tomorrow, and don't get me wrong, listen, and this is what Ollie does to me, bruv. He has me conflicted because it's a derby. I don't want to lose the derby, innit? You know what I mean? I don't want to lose to City, but at the same time, I know if City do a job, a proper job, that is it for him, bruv. I'll be waking up Monday morning to see Ollie is sacked, bruv. I will do a special. Here, to all the people out there, I will do a special. Yeah, even though we're all working, I'll do a special on Ole OUT, bruv. If he gets sacked Monday morning after City do what they're gonna do, if that happens,
I think me and Rash will both agree on this one. Is that we want Ole to stay. Everyone that's not Man United wants Ole to stay, bro. But I said it to you how many times? I've said every other manager, right, doesn't fear Ole and wants him to stay because it's light work. It's light work. Whereas everyone knows if Ole goes, and I think apparently the odds on Poch have been slashed. Before the Manchester derby, and we know we've seen, don't get me wrong, every club's different, but we saw what Poch did with Southampton, we saw what Poch did with Spurs, right? This is the next level for him. It's the next step up for him, and all he has to do now is win a trophy. I'm not saying that he's going to come in and we're going to be title contenders. We're nowhere near it yet, but what I can say is there will be a style of play, there'll be a system, and everyone will know what they're doing. And in saying that, at least Pogba will be like, all right, cool, maybe this manager will play me in my position. I think Poch coming in, even if Poch does come in, I don't think that's enough for Pogba to stay. But at least he knows for the second half of the season, he'll play in his position and basically put himself in the shop window for when he goes at the end of the summer. But if United win the City game, bruv, like we're gonna be stuck with him to the end of the season. And bro, I'm telling you this now, bruv. Like, that man is not getting higher than 6. He's not getting higher than 6 because he's a clueless. He's just clueless. Doesn't know what he's doing. His backroom, bruv. You know how annoying his backroom staff are. His backroom stuff are the most annoying people. Like, with Fergie, everyone thought Fergie was the master tactician and coach. He wasn't. He was just a man manager. But the man he had behind him
knew what they were doing. Kirosh and all them man there knew what they were doing, and they coached the team. Imagine, bro, imagine being Donny, bro, coming out the IX Academy, bro, being schooled by these man, and then going there and seeing Mike Phelan and Kieran McKenna trying to teach you how to chip balls in bins, bro. Like, just imagine that. Like, you're coming from this top school, technical ability, everything, two-touch football, everything, and you got Schmiegel as your manager, bruv, and Mike Phelan and Kieran McKenna trying to teach you how to play football. Like, you're going to be disheartened. Like I said, Donny got fooled by Van der Sar, bruv. He sold him the sauce, and that's how he ended up at Man United. But, bro, he's got to go. It's time to go. It was time to go ages ago. You lot know I've been Ollie out. It's time to go, bruv. Like, as Peggy Mitchell would say, get out of my pub, Get out of my club, bruv. That's what he needs to do, bruv.
Okay, that being said, are we good for predictions? I wonder who wants to do it this week? Who wants to do predictions this week, Rash?
We can all do it, no? Have you got a pen and paper?
Yeah, I got my pad ready.
I've got mine ready. I reckon.
No, we're gonna start all of them. We're gonna start all the way from the top.
Oh yeah, just so you know, people, we are live. This will be going out tomorrow, but West Ham have beaten Leeds 2-1.
Yeah, so we're gonna miss the Leeds West Ham game. Although I did have a feeling West Ham are doing well. You know, I think they're lucky to lose last week at United.
Listen, guys. Guys, I got to cut short. I got to go and grab the missus.
Yeah, no worries, man.
That's calm. No, take it easy.
All right, Rash. Take it easy, man.
Catch you later.
Peace.
So what, Wolves and Villa? That's a derby, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that the first game? Is that the 12:30?
Yeah. So
who's
Wolves,
that?
Villa. That's going to be a close one, man. I think Wolves will do it.
Wolves, Villa.
Wolves at home.
TJ, you can go first.
That's the Truth's second team. For those that don't know, man like Mick McCarthy is his idol.
Yeah, of course, man. Hey,
bro, who was their backup manager? The black dude that came in after McCarthy.
Oh, Sugar.
I can't remember his name.
I know who he is. I just can't.
Bro,
I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. I know I know exactly who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
When they got relegated, he started bawling his eyes out. You remember that, bro?
I'm thinking Henry, but I know it wasn't Henry. I know Henry was a captain at the time. Remember that dead baller? He was so dead.
He was so rubbish, bro.
Oh man.
Carl Henry.
Yeah, Carl Henry was the captain.
Dead food.
more like fucking Lenny Henry, bro.
Wolves Villa, I'm gonna go 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves, yeah. 2.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Wolves.
2-0 Wolves. I'm gonna go 1-1. I think Villa's have the X factor of Grealish, and Wolves are so up and down this season, man. I can't get like touching them. Like that 4-0 beaten by Liverpool caught me by surprise. So
yeah, to be fair, I thought the game would have been much more difficult than that.
Yeah,
because Wolves normally give Liverpool a good game.
Yeah, they do. So that came out of nowhere. So I'm gonna go 1-1. Next one is that 2 side?
That's me, bruv. Newcastle, West Brom. That's okay. I'm gonna say 1. I'm gonna say 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah. I'm gonna say 1-1.
Okay.
We always struggle against the shitter teams, bruv, for some reason. I don't know why, especially at home. But, I would say 1-1, but I'm not sure, to be honest. That's a pick'em. If it was a fight, it would be a pick'em fight. You know what I mean?
I heard you guys have a lot of players missing due to the COVID outbreak, though. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there was an outbreak at the training ground. So shit, that game might even be postponed, bruv. I changed my prediction, bruv. Postponed the fact.
No, it's definitely going ahead. because I think there's a fine or something, or you guys get a 3-0 loss if you can't fulfill
T.
certain amount of games. So I think you guys just gonna be playing bare academy players or whatnot. So
D.
definitely go ahead. I'm actually gonna go just because you guys got players missing. I'm gonna go 0-0. Yeah, 0-0. DJ,
I'm going 1-0 Newcastle.
1-0. All right, you got confidence in them.
And then it's the big one.
Jeez, big one.
The big one. the derby.
TJ, you're going first for this one.
Bro, 17-0 to Man City, bro. You know what? If I'm going to be honest, yeah, I think they're going to do us. I think it's going to be 3-1 City.
Really, 3-1.
I think it's going to be 3-1 City, but trust me, it wouldn't surprise me if these players save Ole again and we win 2-1. It wouldn't.
Bro, that's what I was thinking, man. Especially after Ralph Hasenhüttl said, like, you remember what he said after the Southampton game?
Yeah.
You could hear the United team next to celebrate
like they won the league.
Trust me, bro. That is a big par, bro.
It's hard to predict, man. You guys are just so, I don't know.
I'm gonna go 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say United are gonna celebrate it like they won. Do you know what I mean? Because City have been bare shit this season as well.
I know they have. I'm actually gonna go. My instincts are telling me that City will win, but I don't like going against United, so I'm going to go for 2-2. I'm gonna go 2-1. But I think my instincts are telling me City are gonna do United over. To be honest. Next game is Everton Chelsea. That's a good one.
Yeah. Everton Chelsea at
former club
Goodison. Chelsea have been on a tear, bruv.
They have been,
They've been on a tear, bruv. But
I think they haven't lost in something like 12 games or something like that.
They're 10 games unbeaten in the Premier League, which is very good.
They've been killing it, man. But I'm gonna go with Everton on this one.
Really?
Yeah, I think do you know what it is? It's one of those ones where, when you're doing so good, at some point you need to have a slip up.
Okay.
You get, and I think that's going to be their banana skin that they're going to slip up on.
Fair enough.
And Everton, Hammers has been balling. Calvin Klein has been balling. You can get me.
Score did you say?
Huh?
What score did you say?
Yeah,
I would say 2-1.
2-1 Everton, yeah.
Yeah.
TJ?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Chelsea. I think Everton have hit a brick wall. I think they got
They can't defend.
Yeah, they can't defend, especially Andine is out. So, yeah, I think they hit a brick wall. Next game is on Sunday.
Yeah.
Southampton versus Sheffield United.
Yeah, St. Mary's. I think that's going to be 5-0 Southampton, bro.
Yeah, Sheffield United. I think they're done out here, boy.
They're struggling hard. That Vardy goal was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it was. I think that killed them. I honestly think that killed them. Because
are you honestly going 5-0?
No, I ain't going 5-0.
2? Are you honestly going 5-0?
Yeah, fuck it. All my score lines have been like 2-1, 1-1. I think this one will be that, that battering, bro. I think this game will be a battering, bro.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Southampton.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think Southampton will win 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
I think it's going to be a Theo Walcott hat-trick and the rest are going to be scored by, Danny Ings, bro.
Theo Walcott hat-trick. Next game is Tuesday, Crystal Palace versus Tottenham.
Yeah, Tottenham all day, bruv. Tottenham all day. They're on a fucking tear as well right now, so I'd see them winning that 2-0. 2-0. I'll go 2-0.
I've got a rule for my predictions. One, I never predict Arsenal to lose. And two, I never predict Tottenham to win. I never predict Tottenham to win. So I'm going to go for a nice, beautiful 1-1. DJ?
I'm gonna go 1-0 to Spurs.
1-0, yeah?
Mm.
And then Fulham, Liverpool.
Fulham, Liverpool.
Bruv, do Fulham still play at Craven Cottage?
Yeah.
They still play.
There's no flipping, oh.
That's how fucking detached I am from football, bruv. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
They wanted to move Wembley in it, but they never got their permission for it.
Yeah.
Bruv, there's nowhere near enough fans, bruv.
Exactly.
Trust me.
Fulham,
Imagine that, bruv. Imagine fucking Fulham playing in Wembley, bruv. Bruv, there'd be no one in the fucking stadium, bruv. Bruv, Wembley would have to fucking make 50% of their staff redundant. Trust me, bruv.
Oh, man. And they wouldn't even be able to afford the freaking tickets, man. Could you imagine?
Oh, bruv, I'm telling you.
Fulham, Liverpool, I'm going easy 3-0. You know what? 2-0. I don't think Liverpool are going to be concentrating in the game. They're thinking about Tottenham in midweek. So I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
4-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4-0. 4-0 Liverpool.
4-1 Liverpool for me.
1-0, 4-1. Big score lines.
Then it's Leicester and Brighton, bruv. At the Gary
Brighton
Stadium.
Man saying they're going to the ready sorted stadium, bro.
Fuck, what was it? Cheese and onion
Cheese
stadium.
and onion, bro.
This was a hard one to predict, you know. Brian ain't mugs.
Nah, they're not.
It's true, bro.
I'm going to go... Who's at home?
Leicester.
I'm going to go... I'm going to go 2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester.
I'm going to go 3-2 Leicester.
I don't know, man. Leicester, Brighton. You know what? I'll go 1-0 Leicester. 1-0 Leicester. And then final game of this game week is Arsenal Burnley.
The one that everyone's got their eyes on, bro. Trust me.
Very, very important game for Arsenal because I think if we don't win this, Arteta is in very big trouble. Now the Europa League is over, we need to concentrate on the league. So we need to win this game. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
I'm going to go 2-1 Burnley.
I personally think it's too big of a game for Arsenal to lose, so I think Arsenal are gonna win 3-1.
3-1. Fair enough.
Burnley better not let me down, bruv. Them racist scumbags, bruv.
Oh man.
Oh my days. Jesus
there it is,
Christ.
guys. There it is. If you guys, want to post your results, your predictions down below in the comments, let us know. We'll see what to do with them. Me and TJ had, I think, a very good first week. Considering, let's see how we do this week. The 9 Premier League games that we've done predictions on.
Well, thank you very much for that, Truth. But as you heard him say, make sure you put your predictions down below. Comment on anything that's being said. Are you Arteta in? Are you Arteta out? I know you are all Ole out, so thank you very much for that. Are you Ozil in? Are you Ozil out? A lot of stuff going on in the Premier League, and we'll obviously see what happens with the big game on the weekend, which is the Manchester Derby, and also a big game for Arsenal and Arteta at home to Burnley. I want to say thank you very much to my guys, Tooth and The Truth, and obviously Rash.
Nice to be here, mate.
An appearance as well. as we said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Got a lot more content. I know I did promise you lot boxing talk last week. It didn't happen. It's definitely happening after the AJ fight. We're going to be doing an AJ Pulev review. We saw at a weigh-in, AJ rolling back the years to when he was on the roadside, talking to man, putting his finger in a man's face, and all that. But we will be reviewing.
I know Two loves that. I know Two loves that.
We're also obviously going to be talking about Wilder, about Fury. We're going to be talking about Bud, about Spence Jr. We've got so much more to talk about. So much more. I know you guys have missed us. It's going to be coming out regularly from now up until Christmas. And then we might go missing until the new year. But then we'll be back and there'll be regular content, better content, and probably more positive content considering the year that we've had so far. But Boxing Talk will be going on Sunday and will be out on Monday. So I know all our combat fans, we haven't done one for a while. You lot will be looking forward to that. And we'll be talking, we'll have to do a UFC one as well, because we know Tooth is chomping at the bit and he's been patient with us in doing so. But thank you very much for your time, people. Make sure you stay safe out there and have a good one. Peace.
Peace.